The first step to painting your mirror ball is creating what we're going to call an underpainting. This is going to be a thin layer of paint that's going to help you lay in individual highlights and shadows for each piece of mirror as you move forward. Remember, we talked about the word monochromatic, which means you are using one color for this. You're going to use one color, and then we will be using black and white to make a tint and a shade and a tone out of that color. But to get started, I would recommend just taking a really thin layer of your one color and filling up your whole mirror ball. We really want to be able to see these lines underneath still, so take your time, make it nice and thin, but give a nice thin layer of your one color all over your mirror ball. I did tell you that you should have a reference photo to work from, and the one that I'm working from is a silver one, but it's still showing me different areas where I can do highlight and shadow. So using my mixing tray, I'm going to start by mixing up a tint of my base color. So I'm going to take some of my pink, make sure I'm washing and drying my brush really nicely, grabbing some white, mixing it up, and I'm going to start laying in that lighter shade of pink anywhere where it's lighter on my mirror ball picture. This is going to just be a loose situation of painting. We're not painting in at every individual square right now. Remember, this is our underpainting, so it's going underneath where our actual color is going to lay, just to give us an idea of where we can map some things out to make it easier for us in the long run. If you go to mix up a color and it is not light enough, go back in, add some more white. This is up to you. Once I was satisfied with the tint on my page, then I went in to add my shade. So I'm mixing up a little bit of my pink, a little bit of my black to make a darker shade of my color. At this point, if you would like to include tones in your underpainting, you can. You would just mix up your color using some gray. So a little white, a little black, and whatever your plain color is. There are mid-tones in our pictures, so you can include a tone if you want to. I just personally only included tints and shades for my underpainting, and I'll go back in to add some tones later. But again, this is up to you how you want to do your underpainting. The more successful your underpainting is, I think it's going to help you more in the long run. We also want to remember that we are keeping this as thin as possible. We want to cover it with color, but we also want to still see our drawing that we did, because we need to see every little individual mirror piece when we go in to start adding our details.